right, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to start off by giving out praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Yasharala the Ruel, and salutations to you, Achim, out there in the highways and the byways, preaching this word in truth and in sincerity. And this is just going to be a response, on a transit to the video Apostle Tahar did on Vocab Malone. And the video that the name of that video is they're scared of the Great Awakening. Lord willing, we'll put it in the description so you brothers can watch it as well. But hey, that's exactly what it is, man. The reason why Vocab Malone is doing what he's doing and made a whole book about us, explaining how we're supposedly wrong and trying to tie us together and just basically demonize us, it's because him as well as many others, especially Isa Edom, the elites are scared are scared of just that, the Great Awakening, man. Because whether they say they believe it or not, deep down they know it's true, man. And that's what they're doing and taking steps to try to stop this, man. Because they know that if it happens, that Yahushua is gonna come back, destroy this place, and put them in slavery, man. And if they're not with and if they're Israelites and they're not with us, put them to death, like it says in I believe it's Luke 19 and 21. But we could start off with that Acts 5 where it says be a men, because they could do whatever they want, man. But hey, this is of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, man, and it's not gonna come to an end. They're happily fighting against the Lord, whom in the case of Vocab, who he claims to believe. Why? Because if he really was about the truth, he will actually study what we say and not get emotional and come to the conclusion that, look, this is it, that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true Israelites that the Bible speaks of, and that only Israel could be saved, and that also includes the speckled birds that might look like the other nations, but their bloodline goes back to the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And how do we know that? Through the Spirit.
You said X5?
Yeah.
Salaki. Or you just want me to start with that John?
Start 35.
Acts 5 and 35, it says, "And said unto them, Ye men of Israel, take heed to yourselves what ye intend to do as touching these men. For before these days rose up Theudas, boasting himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who was slain, and all, as many as obeyed him, were scattered and brought to naught. After this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of the taxing, and drew away much people after him. He also perished, and all, even as many as obeyed him, were dispersed."
Right. So all these things that weren't of the Lord, that were under the doctrines of men, that were not of the Most High, they all came to an end, right? Go ahead.
It says, verse 38, "And now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone. For if this counsel of this work be of men, it will come to naught."
Right. And that's it, man. If it be of men, if this is of men, how they proclaim it is, that this is not the truth, that it's just us making up weird doctrines, different philosophies, and tying them to the scriptures. If that's what they think, why don't they just leave us alone then? Why don't they just leave us alone and let this thing dissolve? Because to them it is of men. Hey, why? Because through the spirit, deep down, they know that this is the truth, man. That's what they know, and that's what they're doing. The same thing as what those wicked scribes and Pharisees, man, trying to stop us. You know, in the color of trying to preach the truth, because that's what vocab is trying to do. He's trying to demonize us in the color of making him the good guy. You know, saying he's right. You know, and all that. You know, because deep down he knows that this is the truth, man. You know, go ahead.
It says, "But if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it, lest happily ye be found even to fight against the Most High."
Right, and that's exactly to vocab. Vocab is happily coming against the Lord, man. You know, and guess what? If it's of the Lord, like I said right there, he's not gonna be able to overthrow it, man. That's why, through him trying to demonize us, you know, that's what the scripture says. You can do nothing against the truth, but what for the truth, man. You know, so this demonization is really gonna be a part of us getting the fame, man. First, it's written that we're gonna get what demonized, we're gonna get what evil spoken of because of the Lord's sake, because we preach this truth. But right after that, what happens? The fame, man. You know, so he's really helping us out. You know, that's why Apostle Zahar, you know, made that statement. You know,
John. So this is the book of John, chapter 11, verse 48. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him.
And start a verse about it.
Right. I'll actually start at verse 40. John 11 and 45. Then many of the Jews which came to Mary and had seen the things which Yahushua did believe on him. But some of them went their ways to the Pharisees and told them what things Yahushua had done. Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council, and said, What do we? For this man doeth many miracles. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him, and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation. And that's really it, man, because Yahushua really did plenty great miracles. So many miracles that they're not even written in the book. So it says, and one of them named, how you pronounce this? Caiaphas, being the high priest, that same year said unto them, Ye know nothing at all, nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man shall die for the people, and that the whole nation perish not. And this spake he not of himself, but being high priest that year, he prophesied that Yahushua should die for that nation. And it says, and not for the nation only, but that also he should gather together in one the children of the Most High that were scattered abroad. Then from that day forth, they took counsel together to put him to death.
Exactly, and that's what Vocab is doing, and that's exactly the spirit that he's in. Like, shit, if this happens, that means what? That that what I've been preaching this whole time is been made false. What I've been speaking about them is gonna make me look like an asshole, because they really were speaking the truth, and what, they're gonna put me in slavery, you know, because through the spirit, man. You know, at first we thought that he might have been Jake, but now we know that that nigga's a full-blown Edomite, man. You know, but he knows this in the back of the head. That's what's plaguing him, and that's why he's making these moves to try to throw it down, man. You know, he knows what it means once the Great Awakening happens, man. And to be honest, it's already late. You know, it's already too late. There's too many of us awakened, man. We're still waiting for that influx, but shit, you know, once that happens, which it is, then it's definitely like, you know, that's it, you know, and that's why they fear that, man. They fear that because they know exactly what it means, you know.
Right. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 2, verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivity they shall remember themselves. And like the brother was saying, man, there's plenty of brothers that have been already woken up, you know, from Chicago to New York, from state of America, from other countries, man. There's plenty of brothers that have already woken up. The word of the Lord has spread through the four corners of the earth through the help of the internet, right, and social media. Because like you have people that just make fun of the prophets, but like the brother was saying, there's nothing you could do against the truth before the truth. All bad publicity is counted as good publicity.
Yeah.
You know. Everybody has heard the Israelites, man, from Kendrick Lamar, Snoop Dogg, and all these celebrities. They have all heard it, and they have spoken about it. And from those people, there's always gonna be somebody that pays attention to what they say, and they're gonna look for the truth just off that little thing that they have mentioned. And that's why our people are starting to wake up. More and more people are starting to realize the truth. They're starting to wake up to the fact that they are Israelites. They're starting to wake up to the fact who are their true enemies, who are their oppressors, right? And that's all through the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Isaiah 55:11 says, all the things that the Lord has said will not come back void, but it shall accomplish that which He pleases, man. Romans 3:3, for what is something not believed, will that make of the Most High's Sluggy? Let me actually get that.
But that doesn't mean anything, man. You could gather as many people as you want. You could gather the whole world against us, man. It's prophesied the Most High has a small remnant, so that's how it's gonna be.
Right.
That doesn't necessarily mean that's the right thing. There's a saying in the world: just because everybody thinks it's right, it doesn't mean that exactly that's what it is, man. And that's the case with Vocab. Just because he's over here trying to demonize us and all that doesn't mean that this is gonna stop the truth. That this is gonna stop us from being awakened and from our Lord coming, and destroying this place and setting up His kingdom, man, where the Israelites are gonna rule.
And what the scriptures say, that the Lord has chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. The Lord has every brother has their own story to tell. We all came from different backgrounds, but yet through the Lord gave us this wisdom. The Lord gave, like the apostles, man. The Lord had gave them the wisdom to look through all the information that they go through, and get the meat out of the bones and put that information out for the brothers to hear, right? And like there's plenty of things that they go into, but Hey man, you these scholars and all these people that wasted a whole bunch of money to try to hide the truth, now they can't do nothing against it, man. This is the book of Romans chapter 3 verse 3. For what is some did not believe, shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? God forbid, yea, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. So the Lord, it's going to be well known what is the truth and what is not in that day. Like the scriptures say, the lion leadeth the blind, they shall both fall into the ditch. But those that wake up and hear the truth and take heed to the warning, they're going to be saved, man. If the Lord is working if the Lord is working with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why Apostle Tahar, he made that statement of that only a weak individual is gonna fall for this, man. Because what he's coming with is weak, man. We could clearly, I haven't even read that book, but I'm pretty sure once I read it, everything he tries to, tie to us, lie on us about, we're gonna be able to cut that with the scriptures, man. And he's most definitely not gonna get the elect, man. It says what that those days shall be shortened, or no, not that one, where it says that if it were possible, they will try to deceive the elect.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not, because it's not possible, man. Yahweh Shai said that those you have given me, nobody can pluck them out of my hand. So all this is really working for our favor, man. You're speeding up the process, man.
Right. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, verse 19. Say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand. And that's a prophecy that is already coming to fulfill, man. You have the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom to join together, man. All right. At one point, we were all separated. We were all against each other. But this truth is making us come together again, man. And being one nation, man. And the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, that's what we're prophesying, man. That's what we're prophesying to our people. That we were once that wise and understanding people.
Hey, we're literally just preaching for the betterment of our people. You know, to get them out of the situations that they're in, the mindset that they're in, the lifestyle that they're in. You know, for the good of our people. Yet, vocab doesn't want that. You know, because he's a devil, man. He you know, he's not for the truth. You know.
John.
Can you get Acts 17, verse 5 and 6?
John. This is the book of Acts, chapter 17, verse 5. But the Jews which believed not, moved with envy, took unto them certain lewd fellows of their baser sort, and gathered a company, and set all the city on an uproar, and assaulted the house of Jason, and sought to bring them out to the people. And when they found them not, they drew Jason and certain brethren unto the rulers of the city, crying, These that have turned the world upside down are come hither also.
And there you go. That's what see, they were right there. The apostles and elders and all of them were what? Preaching the truth. They were prophesying. You know, they were right. They were spreading the gospel, man. And these guys were getting mad. Why? Because what? They were drawing attention towards them. They were waking up a lot of people, and they didn't want that. Why? Because they were going to lose money. You know, they were going to lose their position. Just like we read it in that John. You know. So what? So they came and started. Oh, these guys that turned the world upside down. These guys that did all this. These guys that, you know, perverted the gospel. These guys that, you know, trying to demonize it so that what? So that they could stop the truth, man. They could stop the Great Awakening. They were scared of the Great Awakening. That's the spirit that he's coming in, man. You know, and soon, best believe he's gonna be with them trying to execute us, man. He's gonna be with when Esau Edom rolls on us. He's gonna be right there along with him, man. That's exactly what he wants. Right now, he's like, oh no, I just want this to be stopped. I don't want death on you. No, that's exactly what you want, man. Because what he's doing, that's exactly what he's bringing. You know.
John, this is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 2, verse 2. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. And the scriptures clearly say, woe unto them to call evil good and good evil. All right, they put darkness for light and light for darkness. They put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Hey, this is the truth, man. This is supposed to help our people, man. This is supposed to actually help the whole world. Because when the righteous are in authority, everybody's gonna rejoice, man. From the earth, from nature, from the animals, every living creature is gonna rejoice, man. Including the heathens, man, because they're gonna be under subjection, man. They're gonna be under the righteous rulers. Hey, so we're really prophesying this word for everybody, man. But really, because this is the way Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, this is the way He set it up. But those people that try to hide it and neglect it, hey, it's gonna be well known, man. All right, because the scriptures clearly say that then shall they know there was a prophet among them. Hey man, there's no fighting the truth.
Yep, it's gonna come to pass. You know, you could just end it off with can do nothing against the truth.
Sure.
For the truth. You know, hey, read Revelations 11, man. That's exactly what's gonna happen, man. Those dead bones that were asleep, you know, are gonna wake up, and then what? Great fear is gonna fall upon you guys, because doing all this is really in vain, man, because it's not gonna work, man. And once you realize that it's not, once you realize that we're woken up, once you see them chariots and everything we prophesy come to pass, you're gonna be shaking in your boots, man. You know.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 8. For we can do nothing against the truth before the truth.
And there you go, man. You know. Vocab, you could try to do all this, you could try to do all that. You know, hey, none of that is gonna work. You know. Everything that you try to do against us, you know, it's gonna come towards our favor. You know. Whether even if what you do causes for them to demonize us, hey, it is written. You know, in persecuted Yahweh Shai. The servant is not greater than his master. They persecuted Yahweh Shai, whom you people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. So what are they going to do? They're going to persecute their prophets. You know? So you could try all this and all that, man. Hey, keep being scared, man. Because it's only going to come to pass. You know? You can't do nothing against the truth but for it, man. You know? Hey, the deceiver and the deceived are his, man. The Most High is making you do moves that's actually going to help us. You know? Hey, so with that, you know, hopefully you brethren were edified. You know, we're going to end it by giving our praises and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rachakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Yeshurah that rule well. And salutations to you, Achim, out in the highways and the byways, preaching this word in truth and in sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
Ba ba ba. Don't take that shit.